Hey there. I'm Samantha Wheeler, and before I get into this crazy story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you won't miss a single moment of the drama happening in my office. Now, let me set the scene. I'm 35 years old, living my best, or maybe busiest, life as a marketing executive in the heart of Norfolk. My days are packed with pitch meetings, late nights at the office, and way too much coffee. Samantha, you're going to burn out if you keep this up, my coworker Abigail says as she glances at the clock. She watches me finish another presentation for a big client. I shrug. I can't help it. The Hendrick account is driving me crazy. Abigail smirks. Speaking of crazy, where's that trail mix you always keep in your drawer? I pause, realizing my snack drawer is suspiciously empty, again. I frown.
Gone.
I swear, Abigail, I'm not losing my mind. Someone's been stealing my snacks. Abigail chuckles. Bet you $5 it's Austin, she whispers, nodding towards the cubicle next to mine. Ah, Austin Swift. The office charmer. He's the guy with a smile so smooth he could probably sell ice to an Eskimo. Too bad that smile hides his true self. Did you actually see him near my desk? I ask, narrowing my eyes. Not exactly, but come on. He's always mooching off people. Whether it's their ideas, their work, or, apparently, their food. Why not your snacks too? Abigail leans back, clearly entertained by the thought. I sigh, rubbing my temples. I can't just accuse him without proof. HR would have a field day. Then get proof, Abigail suggests, her eyes lighting up with mischief. Before I can respond, my phone buzzes. It's my sister, Gloria. Samantha, emergency. The florist just canceled. Gloria's panicked voice echoes through the phone. I groan. Wedding drama. Just what I needed on top of everything else. Take a deep breath, Gloria. We'll figure it out, I say, trying to calm her down. After hanging up, I slump back in my chair. My to-do list just got a lot longer. Suddenly, Austin strolls over with that same cocky grin plastered on his face. Ladies, working hard or hardly working, he jokes. I resist the urge to roll my eyes. What do you need, Austin? Just wondering if you have those projections for the Morton account. Team meetings in 10 minutes. My blood boils. Those were my projections, and he clearly procrastinated on his part of the work. Still, I keep my cool. Sure, Austin. I'll email them over, I say through gritted teeth. As he walks away, Abigail leans in close and whispers, see? Total freeloader. I sigh again. Office life, it's always something, isn't it? Whether it's wedding chaos, snack thieves, or coworkers like Austin, there's never a dull moment. I nod, an idea forming in my head. The rest of the day passes in a blur, filled with meetings, last-minute tasks, and putting out fires. By the time I'm packing up to leave, I catch Austin hovering near my desk, his eyes darting toward my drawer. Night, Samantha. Don't work too hard, he says, all innocence, flashing me his signature grin. I force a polite smile. Night, Austin. As soon as he's gone, I turn to Abigail. Okay, Operation Snack Thief is officially on. Abigail's face lights up. Finally, let's do this. We start setting up the trap. I feel a mix of excitement and nervousness as we work. This was more than just catching a snack thief. It was about principle. Little did I know this was the start of a workplace showdown that would change everything. The next morning, I walk into the office with a plan ready to go. My secret weapon? A fake lottery ticket tucked inside my lunch bag. If Austin really was the snack thief, this would lure him in. Morning, Samantha. You're looking awfully cheerful today, Abigail says as I pass her desk, raising an eyebrow. Oh, just feeling lucky, I reply with a wink, patting my bag. I settle into my desk, double-checking that my hidden camera pen is perfectly positioned. The stage was set. It doesn't take long for Austin to make his move. He strolls over, coffee in hand, his usual confident grin plastered across his face. Hey, Samantha, got any of those amazing homemade cookies today? I smile, playing along. Sorry, Austin, not today. But I do have a pretty awesome lunch planned. He looks a little disappointed, but I see a spark in his eye. Hook, line, and sinker. As the morning drags on, I keep one eye on my bag and the other on my work. Any moment now. Suddenly, my phone buzzes. It's Amber, my boss. Samantha, can you come to my office?
Now.
My heart skips a beat. What could this be about? I take a deep breath and head over. Amber sits behind her desk, her usual stern expression in place. This was serious. Close the door, Samantha, she says. I sit down, palms sweating. What's going on, Amber? We're looking at promoting someone to lead the new digital marketing division, she begins. Your name is on the list. I almost choke. Seriously? That's wow. Amber holds up a hand. Don't celebrate just yet. Austin is also being considered. Of course he is. I bite my tongue to stop a groan from escaping. The decision will be based on your performance over the next few weeks. Keep this between us, Amber says firmly. I nod, my mind racing.
Great.
Now I had to catch a snack thief and outperform Austin for a promotion. Got it, I reply, determined to tackle it all. The game was officially on. I nod, my mind racing as I leave Amber's office. This promotion just became even more important. Walking back to my desk, I spot Austin lingering nearby, pretending to look busy. It's time to set my plan in motion. Grabbing my phone, I put on my best urgent call act. Hello? Yes, this is Samantha Wheeler. Oh no. Really? Okay, I'll be right there. I rush out of the office, leaving my lunch bag in plain sight on my desk. From a corner of the hallway, I watch Austin glance around nervously. He casually strolls over to my desk, acting like he's just passing by. Then he starts rummaging through my bag. My heart pounds as I hold my breath. Suddenly, his eyes widen. Bingo! He's found the fake lottery ticket. Trying to be discreet, he pockets it quickly and walks away, looking around to make sure no one saw him. I smile to myself. The bait worked perfectly. I return to my desk, pretending nothing happened. Abigail catches my eye and leans over, whispering, "Did it work?" I nod, grinning. Like a charm. The rest of the day, I keep a close eye on Austin. He's acting jittery, constantly checking his phone. During our afternoon team meeting, his distracted behavior is impossible to miss. Earth to Austin. Geraldo, our colleague, jokes. What's up? You win the lottery or something? Austin laughs nervously, his face turning red.
What? No.
Just, thinking about a big account. Yeah, right. I think, hiding a smirk behind my notebook. He's not fooling anyone, well, not me, at least. As the day wears on, office gossip starts to swirl. Marilyn from accounting rushes over to my desk, looking panicked. Did you hear? She whispers. They're saying Wheeler's account is pulling out. There might be layoffs. My stomach sinks. Wheeler's account is one of our biggest clients. If the rumors are true, the stakes for this promotion just got a lot higher. Are you sure? I ask, trying to keep calm. That's a massive account. Marilyn nods grimly. Straight from finance. Things are about to get messy. As I finish up my work and pack my things, Austin approaches. He's practically buzzing with excitement, trying to act casual but failing miserably. Hey, Samantha, he says with a grin. Crazy day, huh? Listen, I was thinking maybe we could grab a drink sometime, talk about the future. Big plans and all. I resist the urge to roll my eyes. Thanks, Austin, but I'm swamped with this new project. Maybe another time. He nods eagerly, his grin widening. Sure. No rush. We've got all the time in the world, right? I smile politely, but my thoughts are elsewhere. If only you knew, Austin. I think as I head out, things are about to get very interesting. I felt a mix of satisfaction and nervousness. The trap was set, but now the stakes were much higher. Between the promotion and the rumors about layoffs, everything felt like it was hanging by a thread. Over the next few days, Austin started acting like he had already hit the jackpot. Well, in his mind, he had. He strutted around the office with a new kind of confidence, whispering to anyone who would listen. Samantha, Abigail hissed from her desk one afternoon, "What's Austin telling Geraldo over there?" I leaned in, trying to catch what he was saying. His voice carried just enough for me to hear him say, "Just waiting for the funds to clear." Then I'm out of here. Thinking Bali, maybe. I couldn't believe my ears. Unbelievable, I muttered to Abigail. He's planning vacations while the rest of us are worrying about losing our jobs. Speaking of which, Abigail added, have you noticed how empty his desk has been? He's barely been around. That gave me an idea. I quickly typed up an anonymous email to HR, detailing Austin's frequent absences. I didn't want to come off as vindictive. It was just time for someone to take notice of his behavior. Later that day, we all gathered for an important presentation to save the Wheeler account, one of our biggest clients. The tension in the room was thick. Austin swaggered in late, looking disheveled and completely unprepared. All right, Austin, show us what you've got, Amber said, raising an eyebrow. Austin shuffled his notes and started fumbling through his words. Yes, the Wheeler account. So, we're going to increase engagement by... His voice trailed off as he stared blankly at his papers. The clients exchanged worried glances. I knew I had to step in. Perhaps we should take a short break, I said smoothly. I have some additional materials that might interest everyone. As the group left the room, I grabbed Austin's arm. What the hell, Austin? This is our biggest account. Are you even trying? He shrugged me off, smirking. Relax, Samantha. None of this matters anymore. I've got bigger fish to fry. I was fuming, but there was no time to argue. When we reconvened, I took charge of the presentation. I gave it everything I had, clear slides, strong data, and a compelling vision for the account's future. By the end, the clients were nodding enthusiastically, and Amber's expression softened into approval. Excellent work, Samantha, she said. Then she turned to Austin. Austin, a word in my office, please. As they left, Geraldo approached me, looking embarrassed. Hey, Samantha. This is kind of awkward, but could I borrow $1,800? Austin promised to pay me back double once his big windfall comes through. I stared at him, speechless for a moment. Austin's lies were spreading fast, but now the truth was unraveling even faster. This was far from over. I stare at Geraldo, completely stunned. Wait, how much did you give him? He shifts uncomfortably, avoiding my eyes. About $2,000, he mutters. But it's fine. He showed me the ticket and everything. My heart sinks. This has gone way too far. I try to stay calm, but inside I'm boiling. Austin's lies are dragging everyone down with him. Later, as I'm organizing files for the Wheeler account, I notice something strange. The strategies and ideas in the files, they're mine. Every single one of them. But they've all been signed off by Austin. What a sneaky little thief, I mutter under my breath. I dig deeper, finding email after email where he's taken credit for my work. This wasn't just about snacks or a fake lottery ticket anymore. Austin had been stealing my ideas all along. Furious, I start copying everything into a separate folder. As I'm finishing up, Austin bursts into the office, looking panicked. Samantha, I need to borrow some cash. It's an emergency. I cross my arms and give him a hard look. What kind of emergency, Austin? He glances around, then leans in, whispering like we're in on some big secret. Look, I can't say too much, but let's just say I'm about to come into a lot of money. I just need a little to tide me over. I'll pay you back triple, I swear. I shake my head, disgusted. Sorry, Austin. I'm not a bank and I don't hand out loans. His face twists in frustration as he storms off, muttering something under his breath. I turn back to my computer, my resolve hardening. Enough is enough. Austin's lies, his theft, and his freeloading ends now. I start gathering everything, the emails where he stole my ideas, the records of his absences, and even testimonies from coworkers who loaned him money. Piece by piece, I build a solid case. Austin's house of cards is about to collapse, and I'm going to be the one to push it over. The next day, the office buzzes with chatter as Austin walks in like he owns the place. He's wearing a suit that probably costs more than my rent. He claps his hands together and smirks. Gather round, peasants, he announces loudly. Your golden boy is moving on to greener pastures. I exchange a baffled look with Abigail, who mouths, what the hell? Austin grins like a Cheshire cat, basking in everyone's attention. That's right, folks. I've hit the jackpot. No more late nights, no more deadlines, no more Amber breathing down my neck. I'm leaving this dump behind. Amber emerges from her office, her face thunderous. Austin, what's the meaning of this? He laughs obnoxiously, spreading his arms wide. Oh, Amber, sweet, simple Amber. I don't have to explain myself to you anymore. I'm rich, baby. I bite my lip to hide my smirk. Little did Austin know his charade was about to come crashing down, and he was standing on the edge of the cliff. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Austin's arrogance has gone too far. It's time to put an end to this once and for all. Actually, Austin, I say, stepping forward, my voice steady but firm, I think you do need to explain yourself. The room falls silent as I pull out a folder and hand it to Amber. This contains evidence of Austin's theft of intellectual property, fraudulent reports, and manipulation of company resources. I say clearly. Austin's smug grin vanishes, replaced by panic.
What?
That's ridiculous. You're just jealous of my success. Success? I scoff, holding up a printout of the fake lottery ticket. You mean this? Hate to break it to you, Austin, but your so-called jackpot is as fake as your work ethic. The office erupts into chaos. Geraldo, red-faced with fury, lunges at Austin, shouting about the money he's owed. Others chime in, demanding explanations for their own grievances. It's a storm of voices and accusations. Security. Amber yells, her voice cutting through the noise. Escort Mr. Swift out of the building. Austin struggles as security guards appear, still protesting his innocence. This is a setup. You'll regret this, he shouts as they drag him out. His words fall on deaf ears. Samantha, my office. Now, Amber says firmly, turning to me. My heart races as I follow her, unsure of what's about to happen. Amber sits down at her desk, her face unreadable. Sit, she says, gesturing to the chair opposite her. Explain everything. I take a deep breath and recount the entire story, from the stolen snacks to the fake lottery ticket and Austin's escalating behavior. As I speak, Amber listens intently. Her expression shifts from disbelief to anger, and then to something I can only describe as admiration. Well, Samantha, she says at last, her tone measured, I must say, I'm impressed. Not with your methods, mind you, but with your initiative and dedication to this company. I brace myself, expecting a reprimand. But, Amber continues, a small smile playing on her lips. It's exactly why I'm offering you Austin's position. Effective immediately. I stare at her, stunned. Really? I mean, thank you, Amber. I won't let you down. Over the next few weeks, the office undergoes a transformation. I implement new policies focused on transparency, teamwork, and accountability. Slowly but surely, morale improves and the team thrives. We land 3 major new accounts, and the energy in the office is the best it's been in years. As for Austin, his downfall is nothing short of spectacular. News trickles in that he tried to claim his lottery winnings, only to be laughed out of the lottery office when they revealed his ticket was fake. He vanished after that, leaving behind a legacy of embarrassment. Life in the office isn't perfect, but it's better than it's ever been. And as I settle into my new role, I can't help but feel a sense of pride. Justice was served, and the future looks brighter than ever. 2 months later, I found myself at my sister's wedding, standing at the center of the room with a glass in hand, ready to give my maid of honor speech. The air buzzed with joy and excitement as everyone settled in to listen. I took a deep breath and began. Life's funny, I said with a smile. Sometimes the path to success isn't straight. It's full of twists, turns, and even a few people who try to take advantage of you. The crowd chuckled, and I glanced at Abigail sitting near the back. She gave me an enthusiastic thumbs up, and I couldn't help but grin. But if there's one thing I've learned, I continued, it's this. Integrity and perseverance always win in the end. So, here's to the bride and groom, and to facing life's challenges head-on. Applause erupted as I raised my glass, and the bride and groom beamed with happiness. The moment was perfect, filled with love, laughter, and new beginnings. But just as I sat down, my phone buzzed. Curious, I glanced at the screen. It was a news alert. Former marketing executive arrested for fraud, the headline read. I couldn't suppress the small smile creeping across my face. Karma, I thought. Austin finally got what was coming to him. Apparently, after his dramatic exit from the office, Austin had burned bridges everywhere. He'd scammed so many people that his lies finally caught up to him. Angry creditors, duped coworkers, and false promises had piled up, and now the law had taken notice. Austin wasn't just a disgraced former coworker anymore. He was facing serious consequences. It felt like the final chapter of a wild story. Justice had been served, and in Austin's case, it wasn't just a dish best served cold. It was a full-course meal. The thought of him trying to explain himself in court almost made me laugh out loud. But as I sat there, a question popped into my head. If I were to go back and relive those moments, would I have done anything differently? Would I have exposed Austin's fraud immediately, or let him dig his own grave like I did? Was my approach justified, or did I cross an ethical line somewhere along the way? I decided to throw the question to my audience. What would you have done in my shoes? I ask. Would you have confronted Austin right away, or let him unravel his own lies like I did? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take on this office showdown. Before I left, I added one last note. And if you enjoyed this wild tale of workplace drama and justice, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more juicy stories. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. As I looked around the room, surrounded by my family, friends, and newfound clarity, I realized one thing. Life has a way of rewarding patience and integrity. And for people like Austin, well, karma takes care of the rest.